Super Sundays, people. Super Sundays. Let me get my tagging going. Make sure I get all the peoples in. Everybody can watch. Super Sunday, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Yes, sir. Well, let me get these groups in too. Make sure I get the groups in. Big baseball day today. Yankees coming up short again. I mean, they were losing 4-1 in the ninth, so I figured they lost. I could be wrong. Live from the Shady Grove on a Sunday. Let me let the peoples fill in. Oh, man. Let's see who else I could get up in here. So let me tap some cats in so nobody can say, yo, I don't know what time you started, man. Hey, yo, Al, man, what time you started, man? That's why I'm getting y'all in right now, man. Give me the questions, y'all. I need some questions. I just ate crazy right now with the wifey, man. I'm crazy stuff. Damn, I'm stuffed. Yeah, what's up, y'all? Yeah, just ate like a fat bastard. Louis Campos in the building. I see you, baby. Let me get the shout-out moments before, we get this show started. Ask me whatever. Super Sunday. Yankees playing themselves again, man. Yankees are really playing themselves again, man. Yeah, let me let a couple of y'all tap in, and then we can start, start getting the show popping, man. Let me start by saying real quick, I want to shout out Carlos. He's the guy that takes care of me here in Shady Grove. He makes sure my baseball games is on, the AC's rocking. Appreciate you, Carlos. Make sure, when you look me up on YouTube, you're going to hear me shout you out, dog. I told you I'm going to do that, man. I don't lie about it, man. Yeah, Yankees, man, damn. We won 5 in a row. We went into Oakland steamboat and blew them out the first game. Barely won the second game, and then we couldn't win the last 2 games. Hugo Dominguez in the building, baby. My old BBR buddy, man. Hugo Dominguez, also a Dallas Cowboy fan. Him, Jimmy Rodriguez, and all us young BBR guys who love growing up feeling the Dallas Cowboys. New York is like in the Cowboys. It's kind of weird. Yeah, but we definitely did, man. Yeah, like I said, guys, this is Ask Me Whatever. This is the time of the show that I let y'all get off and ask me what y'all want about sports or even life, man. You can ask me about life shit, you know what I'm saying? But this might be the last week of Ask Me Whatever to after the football season, because I'm going to start doing a new show for Syndicate Radio, which is going to be covering the football games from earlier that day. So I might have one more week of this, and then we're going to jump into that football thing. But I'm letting y'all know now, man, let me hear y'all while I can, because when I do these other shows, I'm not going to be able to hear y'all, man. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. This is the show that I gave y'all the opportunity to intervene. So let's intervene. Hugo, what you got for me, man? Tyron Smith is out for the year. Our all-pro offensive lineman, which is huge for the Dallas Cowboys, dog. I mean, he's probably the best offensive lineman in the game, or top 3. Now, we picked up a young guy, Tyler Smith, but he ain't Tyron. He could probably take his spot, but he not Tyron. Jeff Gerson in the building as always, baby. What's going on, Jeff? Shady Grove, live from Vegas. You already know. Ask me whatever. Let me hit up on a couple of topics while we at it. I'm gonna start off with my New York Yankees. We hit a 5-in-a-row win streak, especially after taking care of game 1 and 2 at Oakland. I told my boy Jeff we would lose one game, But no way, no how, I thought we were going to split the series at Oakland against the worst baseball team in baseball. And this is what really fucks me up with the Yankees, because right when I thought we hit our stride, we got John Carlos back, we got Lorenzo Zinga back, the relief pitcher, Lois Zinga, however you pronounce his name. He looked like he's fully back. Chapman hit the IR, and I'm going to get into Chapman in a minute. Well, we can't win 5 in a row and then lose the last 2 to Oakland at Oakland. This team has 0 stars. They had a guy named Voigt beat us the other night. It just can't happen. It can't happen. You know, winning 3 out of 4, I could have done that. But splitting in Oakland is horrible. I mean, we get Anaheim Angels next, who are also playing horrible baseball, although they just swept the Toronto Blue Jays. So they're going to be high on this series. But we should be able to win the series is what I'm saying. Let me see what Jeff got. Brian Robinson started running back Washington. Shot multiple times. Well, they're going to have to do what they got to do, Jeff. They got that other back, that other tall back. What's his name? Who I like a lot. He actually been holding them down the last couple of years. They're not going to be deep with this guy out. I get it. But they got other backs that can hold down the fort. B4 in the building, Jorge Santiago in the building. Yeah, but they got those guys, Jeff Gerson. But now that I got some Yankee fans, yeah, Gibson, there you go. Gibson I like. I think as long as he's not injured, because he's injury prone, Gibson is a great back. But now they got to fill in the holes. They got another young guy over there. I forgot his name, that he got multiple chances. But they should be all right. They should be all right as far as the running game. Remember, football don't depend on the running game like they used to, Jeff. So if you got about 2-3 backs that can hold a fort down, you more than all right. Look at the Baltimore Ravens, all them backs out last year, and they still hold the fort down. Now, they wasn't as good, but they hold the fort down. But Brian Ford and Jorge, back to the Yankees. No way we should have split with the Oakland Athletics, worst team in baseball. We won the first game, blowout. Second game, we barely won. Lost 2 close games. No excuses for that. Now, like I said, I left the game in the 9th inning. They were down 4-1, so I'm assuming they lost that. And if they somehow came back, which I know they didn't because I would have seen it on TV or something, this can't happen. Like, you just started getting it going, and then you fought it. And right now, I'm going to make a case. Jeff almost kind of threw me off with that Washington question. Great question, but I got to get this out there. We got to start furniture moving in New York. We have to start moving furniture, dogs. It's going to have to start with releasing Chapman. I want to release Chapman. He's a fucking problem. He's overpaid. He can't throw a strike, and he's constantly fucking up. Now he's over there worrying about a tattoo. Now he's got an infection from the tattoo, and he's on IR because of that infection. You know what? Just the fact that you're thinking about a tattoo instead of thinking about getting people out like you used to, lets me know further where your mindset is at. So my thing is, the Yankees got to start moving furniture, and you start by letting go Chapman. I don't care who picks him up. I don't care if he does good with anybody else. Let go Chapman. He needs to be gone. Jeff said Huntley cut by the Ravens. Huge mistake. I agree with you, Jeff, but they must like this kid Anthony Brown a lot. Let me tell you. I still think they should have a 3-quarterback attack, especially quarterbacks that run, Jeff. Baltimore Ravens, every quarterback they got runs. I wouldn't mind if they had Huntley, Brown, and Lamar. 2 of those guys could easily get hurt within 6 games because of the fact that they run a lot. 2 run quarterbacks is not enough. They're going to have to either try to get, call Washington, call up for McSorley, try to get McSorley back, or pick up another quarterback. Unless they got another quarterback in mind, Maybe they didn't want 3 running quarterbacks. Maybe they wanted a regular quarterback, but they got to get another quarterback. And I mean a quarterback that can contribute. Not no guy on the practice squad or a guy they picked up this year that might not ever hit the field. I'm talking about a guy that can come in kind of like Brett Hundley. Brett Hundley came in for a couple games, and you've seen how good he did under that offense that a Harbaugh runs. It's a great offense he runs. It's a running attack. It's so much movement going on in that offense, but you got to be mobile. And Anthony Brown's mobile, Huntley's mobile, and, of course, Lamar Jackson. You might be right, Gerson. That might be a huge loss for them. Yes, and I don't think Lamar's going to hold out. I think they're going to figure it out, Jeff, before Game 1. I think after Game 1, he might have to hold out if they don't give him no bread. He's going to have to make a decision. They already gave him an offer that's like a real good offer, but the problem with Lamar, Sportsbook Jeff, is that he wants to be the highest paid quarterback. You ask me, it's kind of stupid. It brings greed. It brings greed. Like, why do you want to be the highest paid quarterback? Like, just you know what I'm saying? You getting bread. You up there. You in the 200+ million. I understand Deshaun Watson capped out on that contract, but he got lucky, and that was a bad move by the Browns. So you want to capitalize on Baltimore for the Browns making a bad decision. That's not going to happen. Baltimore's office is not run like that. Them guys know what they doing over there. They know what they doing, and they gonna sign you, but they know signing you it's to like a long-term deal like that is a huge risk because of the kind of game that you play. But do you deserve it? Yes, you do. You put out your work there for a few years. They have to pay you, but you don't have to be the highest paid QB, Lamar. Come on, dog. What else we got? Wiggle said Carmelo to the Knicks. Yeah, I posted that earlier. You know what? He's going to come off the bench. If he's willing to come off the bench and teach these young guys, how to play the game of basketball, like, set shot and, bring that knowledge that, from him playing, starting from Syracuse, from the Nuggets, etc., then I don't mind if he's in there to kind of like teach the young guys. And, of course, he's going to get maybe the NBA minimum. So, you know what? I don't mind. But if he go in there demanding a start and demanding a rock, go that way, bro. I don't want to fuck with you. I don't want to see you. But like I said, if he's in there with the mindset of I'm going to help these young dudes, I'm all for it. What else we got? George. Yeah, George, me and my boy was talking about the Lions. The Lions should have a good product. I got a boy that put a big bet on making the playoffs. I think it was 15-1 when it came out. I don't put too much stock in Jared Goff. That's my problem. I think their defensive line is better. Matter of fact, they better on the trenches, both sides. They got an okay receiving core. I love their cornerbacks. I love their running backs. I love their head coach. They will be better than next year. That's not saying much. I think they got to make the playoffs if they want to make noise, and I might take the over on Dan Campbell and the Lions to go over on wins. But making the playoffs might be a little far-fetched. It all depends how they start. And it all depends if they mix up Jared Goff with that play action that McVay created for him with the Rams. He's most effective with that play action. If they're just going to have him dropping back, like Aaron Rodgers and them, I don't like them. But if they're going to install a lot of play action with a lot of those good runners, great athletes at the wide receivers, have a lot of different stuff going on, oh, I love it. I love it. But it all depends what Dan Campbell, what card he's going to pull. Because like I said, if he drops him back, no. I don't like Goff dropping back, without no play action. I think play action makes him effective, as you've seen he was with the Los Angeles Rams. Let's keep it moving. What else we got? Yeah, Wiggles, you and everybody in Vegas, they actually got the Bills making it to the playoffs. To the Super Bowl. If I'm correct, Sportsbook Jeff maybe could correct me. They should be the favorite to come out, the AFC, to go to the Super Bowl. So, you think so too. A lot of people also think so. Vegas thinks so. The thing is, Josh Allen cannot lose that heartbreaking game again this year. Lost 2 in a row to the Chiefs. He's got to overcome whatever game it is. Cannot lose that heartbreaking game because, like you know and I know in the playoffs, it's not 2 out of 3. It's 1 and out. And he's going to have to, step up every game. Every game he's going to have to bring his A game. Not bring him 4 out of 5 games. And that one game he didn't, they going home. Allen's going to have to play superb in every playoff game when they make the playoffs. What else we got, guys? Oh, I like that sports book, Jeff. Since Dookie Menwich, 1937. Well, Goldie is definitely on track. I always knew that Goldie can hit coming out of Arizona. I just didn't know he had this much in his tank, Jeff. And I'm going to tell you what makes that easier. When you got good hitters all around you, from Arenado, Pujols hitting the hell out that baseball, you know what I mean, Carlson, New Ball. I mean, they got hitters all through that lineup. Molina. And a lot of them are not hitting for average. So let me make this clear. I know Horhead's going to bring up, yeah, but they average and all that. Horhead, I keep telling you, when you hit in big moments, that average could be overrated. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Long as you produce when it counts, all that other shit's overrated for me. But it's good to have a good batting average because it makes you look good. Like that 210, 220, but you come through in the clutch. I get it. That's all that matters. But you want to walk around, especially if you think you're a good hitter, with at least a 275 average, with a lot of bombs and a lot of RBIs. And Goldie right now is doing it all, dog. Goldie, with Arenado behind him, is going to get all the pitches that he can ever ask for. So, yes, Jeff, I think it's possible. Georgiana in the building. What's up, honey? Always a pleasure to have you on. Miss Cowboy, thank you for tuning in. All right, what else we got here, guys? Okay, let me bring something else up. Patrick Corbin today of the Nationals. National had a record of 43 straight games without a starting pitcher recording a win. He broke that streak today with a 3-2 win over the lonely Cincinnati Reds. Went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, 1 earned run, and now it's 5 wins and 17 losses. You ask me, I hope they don't pitch him no more. Now that they defeated this 43-game streak, don't let him get 20 losses. Don't do that to him. Put him in the bullpen. Let him close for the next, from here on out. Don't let Corbin get 20 losses, especially when him the one being to break the 43-game drought that you guys had. Because that is a horrible drought, especially from a team that just won the World Series a couple of years ago. It's just so sad what's happening in Washington. And hopefully them bodies they picked up for Soto and Bell can help that team out sooner than later. All right, what else we got? Well, as of right now, Jeff, since it's like, what is it? They have 1 year together, 2 years together. I can't rank them up there because you got guys that did it for years, Jeff. I mean, you had Igor and Griffey, Seattle. You have Ramirez, Ortiz. They did it for like 8-10 years. You have Winfield, Manningley. I mean, they did it for 3-5 years. For me to rank these guys, I mean, if you mean rank them in 1 year like this year, yeah, they're up there. But you cannot rank them strong because of the fact that they only been together, 1 or 2 years? Other guys been together like 5-7 years. What up, Carlos? You good, baby? Come here, let me show you real quick. This the guy, Carlos, right here I was telling you about. You got to let them see you. He makes sure I'm always all right here. I want to thank you for that, brother. All right, Carlos. Yeah, he always makes sure I'm good up in here, y'all. And he gets love because of that. And I'm going to give anybody love that makes sure I'm right. Yeah, but Jeff, like I was saying, if you mark him at 1 year, I can have him easily top 5, easily, maybe even top 3. But you got, like I said, you got 1-2 punches that have been doing it for years. So they got a long ways to go if you asking that real question. Hallhead coming in again. You what up, Douglas Bender? This year I was looking at the games. Yeah, George, let me make something clear, George. I don't know if you've seen my show when the Yankees didn't make no pickups. And I said that they're not going to make the playoffs. I made it clear. I said they're not going to make the playoffs. But then my boy Felix Jacino did say something that made sense. He said, Al, if you get career years from a couple players, the Yankees could be good. And I never thought of it like that. And that's what's been happening. From Jameson Talion, career year. Aaron Judge, career year. Trevino, career year. So they got about 3-4 guys. Cortez is having a career year. That's what made them good. Me and Sportsbook Jeff talk about them all the time, and he'll tell you I never say they're championship bound. They are my team, though. I got to back my team up, but I got to keep it real, too. To say overrated, they never was overrated to me. I always thought they were who they were. Like Dennis Green said from the Minnesota Vikings. They are who they think we thought they were. And he was in Arizona at that time, talking about, I think, the Chicago Bears or something, where they could have beat them and they let them go. He said, they are who I thought they were. And that's the Yankees to me. That's why another that really surprises me. Am I disappointed? Of course I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed. But I knew they were playing over their heads. So now they're coming back to reality, but it's not reality. Now it's under reality. So, in other words, as good as they were playing over their heads, now they're doing the opposite. They're playing as bad. Especially when you get a 5-game win streak, and I think now that you're on your mojo again, and you lose the last 2 in Oakland to the worst baseball team in the MLB. So that's where I'm at with the Yankees, George. What else we got? Come on, baby. I'm just getting warmed up. Jeff, they got them 4-0, right, Jeff? It's funny how they got the Raiders 4-0. They got them as looking like champs. Week 1, Jeff, you know what we doing with that. They play the Chargers, a team that's ready for them and definitely wants to beat their ass. So you already know where we going with that. But, Jeff, we really have to talk about the home wins for the Raiders. I mean, 4.5 in the 9-game schedule. I know they got a tough schedule, but I'm really thinking of putting some wood on that. I think they could get 5 wins, Jeff. 3.5. I think they could get 4 to 5 wins. I know it's a tough schedule, but the Raiders are for real. I know it's a lot of money. I'm willing to lay that 2-1, Jeff. Let me know. Call me tonight. I'm ready to do that ASAP because I've seen them. They play good at that building, man. They play good at that building. 3.5 wins should be like nothing. Like maybe like in a 7th game, they probably don't even have to play the whole 9 games. In a 7th game, they should clear that. What else we got? Douglas Bender got the Phillies. Your team is balling, dog. One thing about the Phillies that I acknowledge, they beat up on the teams they're supposed to beat. So though you lost today to the Pirates, you beat them 3 out of 4. I was all over them all weekend except today. I took Phillies every day this weekend except today. I just felt like it's not that easy. The only thing with the Phillies, they have troubles with the team they're supposed to beat. I don't know. I think they're holding their own with the Braves, but I know the Mets own them. Looks like the Mets own them, and they're having trouble with the Braves, and they also play the Dodgers pretty good. So I would never sleep on the Phillies, Douglas, but y'all got to step your game up. Y'all really got to step your game up. Y'all got to start beating the better teams. Best way to put it. What else we got? Yeah, the Astros right now, Justin Verlander just got hurt today. That was one of the topics I was going to bring up. He got right calf issues, nothing major. They took him out in the 3rd inning. The Baltimore Orioles, for some reason, played them good. They beat them about 5-6 games in a row. and they should have beat them again today. I mean, I seen the game. It was zip in the 7th inning. Don't be surprised if the Orioles make the playoffs and end up getting the Astros somehow. And I'm telling you right now, they played them good. I don't know what it is, but they played the Astros good. And back to the Astros, you know, once you get Verlander healthy, you got Garcia, you got Framber, and McCullers is also huge. Mancini's going to hit. Brantley, unfortunately, I think is out for the season. I'm not going to say Mancini's going to spell him, but he can't play. He can hold his fourth down. They need Alvarez to be 100%. Bregman's going to have to start hitting. We all know Altuve's going to hit. Gurriel's going to have to hit. I like him. I like him to beat my Yankees, but I don't like him to come out the American League. I think somebody upsets them. I don't know who, but I think they got the Yankees number. That's what I got to say about the Astros. What else we got? Yeah, that's what I just said, Jeff. He left in the 3rd inning with a right calf injury. He had a right calf injury after 60 pitches. Yeah, I'm on that, Jeff. Thank you for that information, though, brother. Okay, what else we got, guys? If not, I'm going to touch on something else. Like Jeff said, the Ravens cut Brett Hundley. Anthony Brown looked sensational on Saturday night, going 15 for 19, 256, 1 touchdown. If you ask me, I'm thinking something happened with Huntley. Maybe he argued about something, because there's no way Harbaugh with this running attack, even the quarterbacks run, you're going into the season with 2 quarterbacks. When Hundley, he doesn't get paid much and can ball. As you've seen, he balled out them 2 games he came in for Lamar Jackson, 2 or 3 games, and he almost beat the Packers 1 game, if I'm correct. I don't know if they beat them, but I know they covered. I don't know if they won. I think the Packers, I remember having the Packers that day, but they should have beat the Packers. So that's saying a lot. Huntley quarterback that whole game and played sensational against Green Bay. So we already know the guy can quarterback, and somebody will pick him up sooner or later. I hope the Dallas Cowboys pick him up. How about that? What else we got? Sess, what up, Big Sess? I see you, Sess. Sess in the building. That's Jay Boogie's little brother. Gotta give him love. Yeah, George, my football team is the Dallas Cowboys, man. Don't say I never mentioned my team, dog. If you look at my giveaway thing that I post every week, they got all my teams on it. They got the Yankees, Knicks, and Cowboys. You don't know that, George, because you never play. You never play. I try to get you to play. It's only $5 to enter. That's the chocolate candy that you be buying every day. All my teams is always up. I'm a Cowboy fan, unfortunately. Yeah, Sportsbook Jeff, that'd be a beautiful pickup for the Browns, for them to get Huntley. If the Browns could get Huntley, beautiful pickup, though I think they should be trying to get Garoppolo. I think Garoppolo makes perfect sense, but I don't think it's going to happen. You already know, Sess. Jay Boogie in the building all day. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to post something up this week with my boy. I'll try to wait a little while and then repost. Keep his spirits going, baby. Salute, Sess. Yeah, Hohead, I can tell you a story, man. Now that I'm doing Ask Me Whatever. You're going to laugh when I tell you this, too. I was watching my first football game I ever put the TV on, little black and white shit. 2 teams were playing, the Vikings and the Cowboys. Ugly ass horns and a beautiful blue star that remind me of my Yankee color. That same navy blue. Hohead, I must have been 5, 6 years old. Don't be mad at me. I fell in love with the blue and I fell in love with the star. That's how I became a Cowboy fan. Not to mention the cheerleaders, Tom Landry, that shit they do when they stand up and go back down. I just loved everything about them after that, dog. And that's how I became a Cowboy fan. But if it was up to me, I would love to give them up and take another team, but my loyalty won't let me. My loyalty won't let me. But I'm just tired of what Cowboys doing, Jerry Jones. I'm tired of that whole shit. But being a loyal fan, that's my team. What else we got? Robert Mateo Jr. in the building. What's going on, baby? What's going on? Yeah, come on, ask me whatever, man. I'm going to jump to another topic. Real bad news in Beantown. Danilo Gallinari is going to be out for the whole season, it looks like, after suffering a torn left hammy playing for the Italy in the FIBA World Cup qualifying game. Now, you know he got to represent his squad. You know that. A lot of guys are doing that. But that's a big loss for Boston because you remember in the chip, they were very thin off the bench. Gallinari would have brought some firepower off that bench. And unfortunately, he's not going to be suited up this year, or at least 80% of the season. Bad news for the Boston Celtics. Very bad news. What else we got? Let's bring it, guys. Oh, I see some more. Hold up. Let me see. UNLV. Jeff, by the way, you did call that game. My boy Mark Guillory liked the other side. Mark Guillory talking mad shit. Idaho State's going to cover. They might beat them. You were strong on your UNLV play, Jeff, and you hit it. It was close, though. Idaho State came back second half. They were down 1 point from the spread. Then they got a late touchdown. So UNLV cover. Good call on that, Jeff. And Mark Guillory backcourt on that. That's all I can say. Yeah, Jeff Vanderbilt, you know, you and OGJ knew something about him. I mean, the Commodore, your guys knew something about him. I mean, I'm not trying to say much. You blow out Hawaii and Hawaii. Who hasn't blown out Hawaii at Hawaii? You know, there's a lot left to be seen, but they did look impressive after 1 week. But, 1 week don't hold no weight, Jeff. You know that. But one thing I can say, they look like they know what they was doing out there. And that should carry on throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to let one game make me think, they're going to make the playoffs or reach a high bowl game. I'm not going to let one game dictate that. Let me see 4 or 5. Then maybe you can ask me that. What else we got? All right, so let me see what else. Okay, back to the I'm going to call this the Wicked 3. Not the Big 3, not the Scary 3, the Wicked 3, which KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. I have to admit, I'm happy that this happened. All right, baby. I'm happy that this happened. I didn't want to see KD in another championship team. I didn't want to see Philly get him. I didn't want to see Golden State get him. I didn't want to see Miami get him, the team that I called. I didn't want to see that movie again. And I'm telling you, I'm glad. I just hope that they all can muster, pull from their dignity, man, and just give it their all for the Brooklyn Nets, man. Don't act injured. Don't play like no bitches. Go out there and give it your best shot, like that record. Man, give it your best shot. Show everybody the mistakes you guys made, all of y'all three, especially Ben Simmons. Oh, I could be a whole hour about Ben Simmons in that playoff series. Oh, my gosh. Kyrie not playing the home games. Kyrie acting like a dumbass off the court. KD being a mama's boy. If these three somehow, some way, I always say that song, somehow, some way, can muster it together, pieces around them, Curry and all these other pieces they could, Claxton, whoever they got still on their team, and just march forward and put everything to the side and say, you know what, we're going to play with a chip on our shoulder the whole year. I'm going to tell you right now, Brooklyn's going to have a good team. If they can do that. The problem is, I don't think they could because there's no leaders over there. You need a leader to do what I just told you. Unless somebody takes over the leader role, but I'm telling you right now, I'm just glad that they're going to stay together, and I hope they stay together. Win with that team. Y'all good enough. Big X in the building. What up, X? What you got for me? Oh, Jeff, you know I hated that onside kick. That was a great play that you came on a live bet. I thought we had money there. I mean, I won the third quarter, but I also thought I was going to win the game. It was no reason. You got all the momentum in the world. You do an onside kick. You just destroyed your whole team momentum. Force fucked up for Nebraska Cornhorses. I mean, they had scored the first 2 touchdowns in the second half. Everything was clicking. All cylinders. And then you go onside, which wasn't even close, by the way. Wasn't even close. X, stop that hating shit, X. I know you X-Man a hater. I know I named you that. But stop that hating shit. All right? Nobody said about nothing about the Mets losing today. Ain't nobody mentioned nothing about the Mets losing 1-0 to the Colorado, who's as bad as Oakland. Ain't nobody say nothing about that. Stop hating. What else we got, guys? Give it to me raw. Yeah, George. George, I'm telling you, but you can't lie, George. You got to admit. I'm admitting, I love that they stood. Now, we're going to see what these motherfuckers is made of. It's easy for Kyrie to go to L.A. and shine. KD to go to, you know what I mean, to Philly or Miami and shine. Shine in Brooklyn. Bring something to Brooklyn. At least get them to the conference finals, dog. At least. You got the players. Get your mind right. If they get their mind right, they can do it. I believe in their talent. I just don't believe in the way they move. And that's the biggest problem. And I hate to say it. I don't think Nash can control those guys. They got to get somebody of a personality of a Chuck Daly if the person exists. If the person exists. Because right now, Nash ain't got no control of them. Nash is going to look like Tyrone Lue did when he went with Cleveland. A yes man. Everything LeBron said, he yes them as a coach. Or Spoelstra when he first came in and was basically, you know, working underneath Pat Riley. Just whatever Pat Riley told him he was doing. Like a puppet. I saw Nash is going to be a puppet. What else we got? Yeah, shirts to pitch good, Jeff. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to tell X's to chill with the hate. Because nobody mentioned they lost. Yankees lost. Both of them lost to horrible teams. The only difference is the Mets won the series 2 out of 3, and the Yankees split the series 2 out of 4. But keep the hating out of here, man. No, George, I'm with you. I don't trust those motherfuckers either. First of all, I'm not even a Brooklyn fan, but I think it's great for basketball that these guys stood, because Brooklyn spent so much money, energy. Jay-Z even went over there to try to get that shit right. To these guys to do this to the franchise. You know, the upper brass made it real simple, got KD whatever he wanted. Wanted Kyrie, made that happen. Wanted Nash, made that happen. Wanted James Harden, made that happen. And then you walk off on them, dog? You ready to walk off on them? You ready to give them ultimatums like a bitch? Come on, dog. I ain't feeling you. I don't care how tough you try to act with Stephen A. Smith. If I sat down with your big ass, I'll let you know straight out. You got all the game of the world, but dog, you a female in your heart, man. Straight up. You're a female in your heart, dog. I'm not going to curse him out. I'm just going to say you got woman tendencies. Straight out. Because he do. His mother grew him up. He ain't grew up with no pops. What else we got? Okay, the Mets won 3 out of 4. Do you want a medal? They beat the Rockies 3 out of 4. You want a medal? Just like you said the other day when the Yankees won 2 in a row against Oakland. What did you say? You think I don't remember you hated? Of course I remember you hated. You was like, wow, Oakland? I'm going to tell you the same thing. Wow, Rockies? You know what, X? Get off my back, man. Let me do my work, man. Let me work with my peoples, man. I'm not going to pay back to the hate and shit. What else we got? Okay, that's the best thing you said in 2 weeks, X. KD will never be a leader. I'm 100% behind you. 100%. Mark Guillory made that clear also. Mark Guillory's out of Oakland, Dub Nation. And he just said he's just a key component on a team. That's all KD will ever be, is a key component. Don't get it wrong, the kid could ball. Just like Kyrie could ball. But both of them need special needs mentally in some capacity for whatever reason. For whatever reason. And I know it ain't easy being a star in the NBA. I get it. But the kind of mistakes they making are very preventable. Very preventable, bro. I'm not saying we perfect. If I was in the NBA, I'll probably fuck up too doing some crazy shit. But it ain't gonna be no mental shit. There's gonna be more like I played myself. But ain't gonna be no stupid mentality shit. Nah, man. Like, come on, man. Like, you got a great, you know, you got the contract in Brooklyn. You could prove to the world that you don't have to play on a championship team to win a chip, dog. You got every opportunity right in front of you. How you gonna fuck that up to trying to get on another championship team? You think we don't see through that, dog? You think we don't acknowledge that? The fans? Do it in Brooklyn, man. Show us something. Then we'll give it up to you, bro. What else? Jose from Jersey, what's going on, baby? You got any questions? Feel more than welcome to ask me any sports questions. Just don't ask me nothing about Tiger Woods. That's all I ask you. Sportsbook Jeff, I told you in the beginning of the year that if the Braves are, let's say a couple games, couple weeks left, a week left, I think they could. I think the Braves are that good. They that deep. The key is, can DeGrom and Scherzer continue to dominate at that 1-2 punch? Because you're going to get something out the 3 through 5. You know, between Walker, you know, Carrasco, Bassett, even Peterson some occasions. Those are decent pitchers, but DeGrom and Scherzer are elite pitchers. If they continue to pitch at an elite level, the Braves ain't going to catch them. But if you get them, like, you know, to lose a couple games, then anything's possible. And what I'm seeing right now, the only way you're going to beat the Mets is like today, 1-0, or when the Phillies beat them 2-1 with Scherzer on them out. I mean, the only way the Mets are going to lose if they beat themselves by not helping these guys out. Because if you Scherzer and you giving up 2 runs in 8 innings, 1 run in 8 innings, there's no reason in the world that should be a loss, dog. You can never chalk that up as a loss. And he's chalked up 2 losses because of that. What else we got? Well, you might be right, X. But I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that all the way. They had a big meeting in L.A. This is the Brooklyn Nets he's talking about. X is saying they're going to implode. They set up to implode. Yes, they've definitely set up for that. But I think that big meeting is going to at least have them rock at least for like about 30 games before any of them start acting up. My opinion. If the first 30 games, let's say they rock, let's say they go 20-10, 21-9, I don't know, they might ball out. They just might continue to ball. But if they go 15-15, I'm agree with you all the way. That's when they're going to start crying, want to get traded, act like they sick, etc. What else we got? X in the building. Yeah, X, like I said, the only way Braves are going to catch him, I'm not going to repeat myself. Basically, DeGrom and Scherzer got to stop doing what they do. If they continue to do what they do, Braves will be right behind them before just short. But don't really matter because they'll make the playoffs and they'll kick ass in the playoffs. They're that good. Wiggles. Zion Williamson fucked my head up. Going back to the Pelicans. Better put it. Let's stay healthy, Pelicans. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Wiggles is talking about the Pelicans giving Zion Williamson that huge contract. I was very disturbed about that. I remember looking at Zion on the sideline when they had a losing record. He wanted no part of that organization. I remember him talking out loud about that. But then as soon as they went on a run, as soon as they made the playoffs, they made a little bit of noise in that little playoffs. All of a sudden, now he want to be with the Pelicans. Maybe it's a young thing, maybe because he's young. Maybe if y'all want to say, yo, Al, he's young. All I'm saying is he can make the Pelicans a lot better. If he stays in shape, does what he has to do in the gym, stays healthy, improves on his game, he can take the Pelicans to another level. But if he doesn't, if he stays heavy, injury prone, he's not going to take them to another level, but he's going to be taking a bank flow because they guaranteed him like 200 M's or something. So it all depends on Zion, what route he goes in, what avenue he goes in. If he goes in the improvement avenue, make him better. If he goes in, I'm going to do what I've been doing, they're going to be worse because now they got to pay him that 200 M's. What else we got? George said, what I think about Julius Randle, 1 year wonder. I think his head got too big, kind of like, like the Yankees. He played over his head like the Yankees played over their head first half of the season. I think Randle's a really good player. I think if Randle would have went to Memphis, they got 2 stars over there. Him being basically the second or third go-to guy, perfect scenario for Julius Randle. But being with the Knicks, something feels he has to be Bernard King or something. Pulling up from 3. Not the King pulled up from 3, but he just feel like he has to do extra. That's why he's pulling up and all that. And it worked 1 year. But that's one of those things that worked and end up hurting his game. If you know what I mean. Because you seen the year after, them shots wasn't falling, and he couldn't create a shot after that. I think he's a very usable player, very active player. But with the Knicks, he got the mindset that he's the go-to guy. That's why if he goes to a better team and they establish, yo, dog, you a 2 or 3 here, and make it clear. You ain't got to be like you would Bernard King with the Knicks. Over here, you a 2 or 3. You Klay Thompson over here. You feel me? You James Worthy. You ain't number 1 here, dog. You could be a 2, 3, but not a number 1. That's the problem with Julius Randle. What else we got? Sportsbook just said Julio's contract, which he means Julio Rodriguez from the Seattle Mariners, got 200 M's plus. I'm going to say, Jeff, is bad only because it was at a bad time. Fernando Tatis Jr. just got this contract last year. He just got off that PED shit, which means a young guy making young mistakes, or huge mistakes. They gave him the bag, and now, like, for some reason, he's starting to fuck up. He didn't run out of ball one time. Machado had to get at him. Now you got the PED shit. Them guys are too young to be giving them a bag full of money, dog. And I don't mean a regular bag. I mean that old big Rambo bag that you could put like 3 bodies in there. That bag. That's the kind of bag they gave him. You're too young for that shit, dog. My understanding, Jeff, he was under contract, the rookie contract for 2-3 more years. Correct me if I'm wrong. I understand they want to lock him up. They love the young boy. But you give him like a Longoria contract. You don't give him Longoria's kind of steep. They gave him, I think, 6 years, $27 million. But what I mean by that is you could have gave him like a 7-year, $119. Something like that. To get him over 200 M's and the kid's 21, I think it does bring a bad taste to baseball. I'll have to say bad. I have to go with bad. Even though I'm not hating on the kid's going to be a stud. But I just think it's too early to give him that bag. That could really fuck him up. How about that? What else we got? Does Knicks get this Mitchell trade to go or not? I hope not, Jeff. They want Danny Ainge and company out of Utah want too many draft picks. I mean, it's unbelievable what he won. If I'm correct, what he won? Obi Toppin, Is it R.J. Barrett with Toppin? I'm not even paying mind to it because I don't want nothing to do with it. I know Toppin is in the trade. It could be Barrett and like 5 picks that he wants all of them unprotected. Nah. I love Spider, but no, that's too much. And then you fucking with my boy Toppin. I love Toppin. I mean, if we got to give up Toppin to get him, I can understand, but not with all those draft picks. Nah, you crazy. X got something. Okay, X, that's basically what I said. Too much money, they should have waited a year or two. Good point, X. Whole head. Yeah, you know, Derrick Rose changed his game. He knows he's not the same dominant person he used to be, Hallhead. So he did what he was able to do as far as playing with the Knicks. He played the role he was supposed to play. Played very well. But when a guy's injury prone, it's just a matter of time. And even though he didn't get injured for a while, but he did eventually get injured. And yes, I like the Rose and the role he played with us, but I knew it wasn't going to last. What else? Yeah, X, you're smoking crack. That's basically what I was saying without saying that. Yeah, Jorge, okay. Toppin and Fernier. Okay, I thought it was Barrett. Okay, Fernier, if we get Mitchell, I understand we got to give him up. He's a decent player. But Toppin and all them pigs, you crazy. You crazy. Great point, Jose A. Lugo. If the Mets are planning to go deep, their middle relief has to step up, which I think they're all right with Ottavino and Lugo and the lefty Rodriguez. Long as they can get people out. And remember, you got about 6 starters, so you can put 2 of those guys in the bullpen. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe Carrasco goes to the bullpen. Definitely Peterson from the left side. And you got one of the best closers in the game right now in Diaz. They even got a fucking song for him, which I love, by the way. What else we got? Who is the bigger homer mark or me? What do you mean by that, sports book? Who's a better handicapper? You got me lost there. Well, you won this week. He had Idaho State, and you had UNLV, and you won. So I have to say you for that game. Okay, Xavier's saying now they want Quickly and Toppins. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, all right, if you take those 2 guys with 2 picks, 3 picks, okay, not 5 picks, you bugging. You bugging. Yeah, X Givens used to be good. When he started out with Baltimore, he was sensational. He's become basically a gas can. I mean, he can have some outings where he does okay. But Givens is like a gas can right now. But when he started out with the O's, he was really good. But he's not that guy no more. Oh, okay, Jeff. Okay, who's the biggest bias? Okay. That's a great question, Jeff, because you love your St. Louis Cardinals. He loves his Vegas Raiders. And you guys would do anything to protect your team, unlike me. I let the dogs get at my team. You know why? When it's deserved, they deserve it. Just like my son. If my son was running his mouth in the hood, talking shit, a kid want to fight him, I'm going to let him fight. And if he's losing, I'm going to let him still fight. But if he's getting fucked up, then I'm going to come fuck the kid up for him. But I'm just saying, sometimes you got to let things happen. But you guys, on the other hand, you guys are the most biased fans I met in years. Him with the Raiders and you with the Cardinals. So I'll call that a draw, Jeff. What else we got? AFC East predictions X. If you'd have watched Friday's video, you wouldn't ask me that question. Me and Mark Guillory went over that. Make sure you tune in to Friday's video. All you got to do is go to YouTube and go to Friday's date. This Friday that just passed, and all your questions will be answered. What else we got? That's what I'm saying, Jorge. I'm scared to give up Obi Thompson. So many Knicks guys that we gave up that blossom in other places. It's just sad. I mean, it's sad. I mean, we had Doug Christie one time. What's it, Doug Christie? Not Doug Christie. Matt Barnes that ended up shining elsewhere. Ross Strickland back in the days. Mark Jackson. I mean, they both did a little eye with the Knicks, but these are guys that went elsewhere and just did way better. And there's a lot of more guys I can't remember right off the rip, but Obi Thompson is going to blow up. Remember, his father used to play in N1. That kid got basketball all in his genes. That kid in his genes is all basketball. You do not want to give up a guy like that. I definitely don't. What else we got? All right, X, I hear you. Now go watch the show. Stop being lazy. Jeff said Carolina surprise winning the NFC South. It all depends on Big Money. If Big Money could be the quarterback that I expected him to be, that's possible. But he shows that he can have 3 good games and then lay down for 3 games. 3 good games, lay down for 2 games. That's why Big Money, that sometimes I AKA him fake money. So it's either big money or fake money with him. So whatever he is what I call him. So I'm going to say it's possible, highly unlikely. How about that? What else we got? Yeah, X said a lot of guys in the Knicks playing the same position, but that doesn't mean we give guys away, X. You got to make what you call timely trades. You got to get the max or at least get what you deserve. You don't want to give guys away for nothing. We do got parts to go get a big player like a Donovan Mitchell. But it's just Danny Ainge is bugging. That's the only problem. If Danny Ainge wasn't smoking, we could have made that trade. But he's smoking. Then he want 5 picks atop of 2 right now players. He's bugging, dog. I like Mitchell, but Mitchell ain't like that, dog. You know, he had a great playoff series. He could jump out the gym, but he ain't cash like that. I don't think he's like that. He's good, but he ain't gonna just bring the Knicks to the chip. That's not gonna happen. We'll barely get the playoffs with Mitchell. X said, Eagles won't the NFC. I don't know what your question is. It all comes on Jalen Hurts. Eagles got better parts on that team. Both sides of the trenches maybe a little better. I like their receiving core. They picked up Brown. They got the young boy Smith still. If Jalen Hurts can take it to the next level, which I think he would, I call him a poor man's Russell Wilson. If he can take it to the next level, the Eagles could be a real good team. All depends on Hurts. What else we got? Saints, you know what? So many weapons out there offensively. They got great defensive players. Crab Legs just got to do something. Jameis Winston just got to step up and do something. The guy got an arm out of Florida State, was a winner. He's got to bring that element back. The guy, like I said, he can throw the ball. Let me tell you something. When he was in Tampa Bay, a lot of y'all forgot. I used to bet him on an over every week. He won 12 out of 15 weeks, over 280, 300 yards. The guy could fling it. The only problem with Crab Legs is he throws them red zone interceptions, and he turns the ball over at the most worst time. And this is why I think he needed Sean Payton to kind of like eliminate that bad way of going, right? But you know what? Another coach over there, he might be the same Winston where he's going to light it up but throw those big interceptions. and that's going to be his downfall. But let me mention something before I forget. Rookie sensation Chet Holmgren also would miss the whole season, 22-23 season, right foot injury, and also playing in a league. The kid is like 7 feet plus, soaking wet, don't even weigh 200 pounds. OKC is losing a lot with this young boy. High draft pick, Chet Holmgren can play. What else we got? X, stop sucking me, man. What else? George is saying Knicks won't give up on Obi Toppin. They gave Julius Randle the big contract. Same position. Right now, George, nobody's going to take on Julius Randle in that contract. We're basically stuck with Randle, which I don't mind because he's not a bust. The only thing with Randle is, like I said, you got to get that. If you get a number one scorer, which Mitchell would have been good, and let him know that he doesn't have to pull up from three all the time, and let him go back to like an inside game like he did in Kentucky, he could be a real good player. Randle got superb moves. But like I said, when he hit those threes a couple years ago, he thought that helped this game. That hurted his game. And the reason why that hurted his game, because that's not his style of play. So whenever you get accustomed to a style that you're not accustomed, you're going to hurt more than you're going to succeed because it's not really you. And that's what happened with him. I mean, the guy was pulling up from three like he was Trent Tucker. Back old day Nick, number 6 guy who used to pull from threes all day. Randle, okay, you can hit a few threes. I give it to you. But now you living on a three-point line, dog. No. Get back to your inside game. Work for your baskets. Get the garbage baskets. You know, you're very athletic. But the problem is, who do he trust to give the ball to take over the game? We don't trust Barrett. We don't trust Fournier. We don't have a takeover kind of guy beside the little bit that he presents. But if, like I said, if we get the Donovan Mitchell, the Kevin Durant's, if we can get one of those guys, which is going to be incredible right now, then he can fall back. But right now he's not going to fall back because he feels there's nobody that can score more than him for the New York Knickerbockers. That's a true story. What else? George, they're not, the only way they can trade him, the Knicks are going to have to eat half that contract, dog. Nobody going to take on that contract because they going about what they last seen. Now, if Randle can start off crazy hot next year, but then this is the problem. We're going to want to keep him. Because if he's dominating, we're going to want to keep him. But what we can do, if he dominates early, then we can try to get rid of him on a high. But right now, he's on a low. You're not going to get all those draft picks. You're going to have to pay some of the contract. So we might as well just keep him. There's nothing good that's going to get out of getting rid of Randle. We're going to lose that deal. We're going to lose that. I think he can help. I just think somebody needs to step up that can score where he doesn't feel he thinks he's Jordan out there. What else we got? Okay, I'm going to call it, guys. I think we cracked an hour. Let me take on your last questions, then we're going to move on. Let me give you an update at St. Louis, 0-0, bottom of the 4th inning. A pitch and due by Odorizzi and Adam Wainwright. I thought these guys were going to give up at least 4 runs each. And this is baseball for you, Sunday night baseball. This is how they make money in Vegas. A pure over. They got it into a pure under on the last game of the day when everybody's chasing and everybody got the over on this game. That's Vegas for you. Okay, guys, what else we got? Are we done? Am I done for the week? Y'all making it easy. Let me show y'all something. I ate some great Spanish food today. I'm going to post pictures, and I still got a doggy bag. So you know I'm smiling. I'm going to throw this motherfucker right in the microwave, and I'm going to go for a second session after this show, and I'm going to love every minute of it. You got any last questions, hit me up. Okay, I'm going to end it. I didn't want to bring this up again, but I am. Before anything, though, let me shout outs again for everybody tuning in. Price Tag Entertainment. Do not forget August 31st to the 4th. at Westgate. My man's going to be there. I'm going to be there for one night. Anybody in Vegas, I would highly recommend, as Price Tag Entertainment presents the Boombox. Y'all want to be there, bro. We got all the old school guys. You know what I mean? Tone Low, JJ Fad, you know what I mean? Kid and Play. You guys in Vegas want to be there. It's at the Westgate. Starts this Saturday. Show up. You're going to see your boy there, your truly guy. I'm going to be there for one day Saturday, and then somebody else is going to take care after. But I highly recommend y'all show up, because these guys make a hell of a show, man. I'm telling you. They make a hell of a show. And with that, let me get into my last topic. Let me see what else you got. Okay, my last topic is basically what I brought up Friday night about the guy that don't believe in God, man. Like, I'm still trying to find answers for this guy. Like I told y'all in the beginning, I'm not invested in church like that to know how to counter what he told me. And for those who missed it, what he told me was if I believe in God. And I told him, hell yeah, I do. He said, why? I said, because God has done a lot of shit for me that I know he's done. He said, yeah, but why you don't thank yourself for that? I said, why would I thank myself when I asked for his help and he delivered? He said, how do you know he delivered? You see, and I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like he was the devil or something. And then when I told him, I said, yo, dog, I feel bad for you that you don't believe in God. You don't know what you're missing. And he flipped that shit over. He said, I feel bad for you because you believe in God. And this is the second time, 2 shows in a row, I'm bringing this up, because this is to me how heavy this conversation was. So when I left, I gave him a bunch of advices, like go get your license, stop blowing your whole check on the roulette table, you know, go get a girl, get a crib, get your life together, then come back to Vegas, because you're not ready to be out here with all these, you got all these wicked shit over your head, gambling problem, no license, no crib. I can see why you blaming God, but if you gave God a chance to help that situation, you would see that he will, but you're not giving him a chance. Now, my thing is, when I left, I told the nigga, I said, yo, fam, me talking to you right now, giving you all this advice, is God talking through me. Because I don't even know you like that to feed you information like this. Real talk. I don't even know you enough to talk to you like that. But that's God talking through me to talk to you, bro. And hopefully he gets it together, man. Because he's like not even 40 years old. He talking suicide, all kind of crazy shit. I can't say who it is. I don't know who it is. But I won't put him out there. I promised them that I would talk about him on the show, but not give his name up. That's the least I owe him. But I'm just saying, man, if any of y'all know a way I can get him to buy into God anyway, help me, man. Because like I said, I don't do Bible studies. I'm not invested like that. My wife is, but my wife got like the craziest ways of answering shit. You understand? Like, send him to church. Make sure he goes to church. Yeah, I mean, he ain't going to church. You crazy. That dude ain't going to go to church. That's her answer. You got anything that I could break down to him? Anybody that's invested more than me? Because I pray to God. I know there's a God. But I'm not totally invested. Like I said, I don't do the Bible studies. I'm not even going to church Sundays no more like I used to. So if any of y'all got an answer, I would have really highly appreciate it. Throw it on the notes, or you can throw it on my messenger, and I'll try to kick it to him, because I feel like I need to save this young black dude, man. Yeah, this nigga, he on hang up mode, I'm telling you. And if he hangs up me knowing I spoke to him, I'm going to feel like I failed for God in some kind of way. I'm not going to say it's my fault. It's not my fault. But that I failed God in some kind of way. You understand me? This is why I'm having this conversation with y'all. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear that he changed his life, not that he hung up behind us. And with that, y'all keep your head. Super Sunday, Ask Me Whatever, Al York Sports, The Raw Truth. There's only going to be maybe one more Ask Me Whatever. Then we're going to jump in right into NFL post games. Y'all already know what it is. Open sessions and giveaways every Friday. Love y'all. Al York Sports.